Well, hello everybody, and good afternoon, and welcome to this very special and different session from us here at Perfectly Spoken. My name's David, I'm the CEO of Perfectly Spoken, and today we want to talk to you a little bit about what we do, how we do it, and why we think this is the best way that you can improve your English. Some of you are already with us, and some of you are joining us new. And as always, in this session, I am joined by Stephanie Marston, who is our Head of Education at Perfectly Spoken. Hello, Stephanie.
Hello, David. What a great opportunity to be here and to talk about everything that we do, everything that goes on behind the scenes, and of course, to talk to all of you, our lovely students who perhaps are studying with us at the moment or who might be thinking about studying with us in the future. So, very happy to be here to answer any questions.
Fantastic. So let's tell everybody what we're going to be covering today, shall we?
Absolutely. So, as I mentioned, this session is all about Perfectly Spoken. We're going to be covering what Perfectly Spoken is all about. What's our method? How do we approach learning English? And how can we help you achieve your goals, achieve what you want to do with English? We're going to talk a little bit about our teachers. We're going to talk about our courses, the different courses on offer. And I'm going to give you a bit more information about our live classes. These are super fun, super exciting. So I'm going to be talking a little bit more about those. And hopefully, along the way, we'll be able to give you some tips to learn more effectively. So that's the plan for this session.
Fantastic. And of course, this session it's all about us, but it's also about you. If you have any questions, please just type them in the chat and we will see if we can answer anything that's important to you. So to start, I think it's important that we say what we believe makes us different to everybody else out there. There's lots of opportunities, but I think these you'll see here 5 key things that we think makes us special, makes us different. And I think possibly the most important thing is that these courses, our courses, are designed and delivered by real expert teachers. They're not machine made, they're done by real teachers who know what they're doing. We also make sure that all our courses are structured so they follow a logical progression and they get more advanced and more difficult as the lessons progress, as the courses progress. So we go from A1 up to C2, and it's all aligned to the CEFR measurement. Um, Another key thing I think, which is brilliant for and really attracts a lot of our students, is the fact that we combine self-study, so you can watch the videos, you can study in your own time anywhere. And at the same time, though, you can come and join us for real live interactive classes with expert teachers like Stephanie, which she'll talk about more, and that will help your progress. It's also, and I'm always delighted to talk about this when I meet students, is that we do have a global community. So if you are a perfectly spoken student, you will go to classes with students from lots of other countries from around the world. So you have a genuine reason to speak in English and practice your English. And that's a great, great way to help you learn. And just on a more practical level, we are very clear. We have always been very clear and transparent about how much it costs to learn with us, and you get real quality for this money. We don't hide anything. You can see on the website what we are charging at a particular time, and I think that helps deliver fantastic results. So,
Absolutely. And a quick hello to, we've got some students, some current students joining us. So just a quick hello there to Lara, and Dazzle is here as well. So thank you. We've also got Dream joining us. So thank you. As always, anybody watching, if you have any questions, please do type in the chat.
so
So I'm going to
yeah.
talk through. the next few slides. And what we're talking here about is what is perfectly spoken? How does this work? How is this going to help you? So to start with, what we recommend is that you take our free level test. It is free. And why do we recommend this? Well, this helps you to know what level would be best for you to start with. So we give you a recommendation of where we think you should start your learning journey with us. It can be quite tricky, I think, David, can't it, to know what your level is. Intermediate is a very big level, and so taking our level test really does help to give you a clear idea.
I think it is. Yeah, that's right. It is difficult, because and this is a very short test, and the real idea behind it is a guide. It is a guide to give you an idea of where you should start your journey with us, but it's very flexible, the system is, and you can change at any time. You can go up level, you can go down level. It really is up to you.
Absolutely. And I think that's a really key word there, flexible. I think that's another fantastic asset that we have to Perfectly Spoken is our flexibility. So perhaps your level test recommends you start at B1, but you're feeling a bit weak with your A2 grammar. So perhaps you're going to look at some grammar topics from the level below. So it is flexible. And as David mentioned, it is a guide. So it's a good starting point. Moving on with the flexibility, your English, your way. What do we mean by this? Well, really, it's learning English anytime, anywhere. And that's so important because as learners, you're not all going to be learning your best at the same time. So learning when it's convenient for you, of course, is fantastic. You can fit it into your schedule. This is on any device as well. So you don't have to do it on a laptop. You can learn on your phone. It literally is when it's convenient for you. Now, when we talk about our lessons, we have a lot of lessons, and not just general English. We do also have a lot of other courses as well. For example, business English. And we have some specialist courses, for example, pronunciation. That's just an example there of some of the more specialist courses that we offer.
Yeah, and I think Stephanie, you said that key word actually, schedule. Everybody has a schedule, and I think one of the tips that you always give is about creating a schedule, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's about creating that consistency and having realistic expectations because I think the fastest way to give up or to quit is to have unrealistic expectations and to think, okay, I'm going to study 2 hours every day. Well, realistically, is that an achievable goal? Probably not, if we're honest. So much better to think, okay, I can manage 20 minutes a day, but I can do that every day. So I'm going to create a routine and I'm going to stick to it. That really does create much more meaningful learning and meaningful results.
Right. So you say little but often.
Little but often, and I think keep it realistic.
Yeah.
You can always add to it. You can always add, but I think once you start thinking, I haven't done what I said I would do, then it's easier to quit. So it's better to start small and build with that. And talking about building on what you're learning, I want to talk a little bit about our live classes because I think this is such a fantastic asset to Perfectly Spoken. We have a lot of live classes. There are two different types here. When I talk about live classes, we have the speaking groups, which are much smaller, and then we have what we call the live classes, which is a bigger group of students. And going back to what David said about community, I think this is where you really feel part of a learning community. And as a teacher, it's fantastic to see people from all over the world. And I literally mean such a global community coming together with the single goal of improving their English. So these sessions are always very supportive. They're always very encouraging. Everybody is helpful to each other, wanting to achieve that goal of improving their English.
That's fantastic. Yes.
What I would say, if you're feeling nervous, if you're feeling shy, there really is no need to be. You can come along to one of the live classes. You don't have to say anything. You can observe, you can see what's happening. You can just type in the chat if you want to, but by all means, come along, take part, see what the experience is like. And I think I'm pretty sure I can guarantee that you will enjoy yourself.
Yeah. And
I'm
you,
just having a look in the chat as well. So Dazzle saying engaging live classes. Yeah, I really would go along with that, Dazzle. I think it's a fantastic place for students to feel part of that learning community. So you might be studying independently, but coming together to practice the English, I think, is really important.
it's so important, isn't it? Yeah. And I mean, and one of the key elements, of course, in anybody's study is, how do I know? How do I know I'm improving? How can I see that I am, the value of my investment of time and money? And I think, you should know yourself, because hopefully you will feel more confident, more fluent, and you will realize that your English is improving. But it's also good that you can actually track your progress. So you can see the number of lessons that you've achieved. You can retest yourself on the lessons. And of course, we have the end of course tests as well. And a lot of our courses, especially the level courses, you can earn an end of course completion certificate. It is our certificate. It is not official. It is a perfectly spoken certificate. But if you have studied and you have got that result, congratulations. We think it's definitely worth it.
Absolutely. We celebrate all achievement, don't we? And all success. And, you know, committing to studying and improving your level, I think, is a success worth celebrating. So absolutely, those certificates of completion are very important.
Yeah, and if we are talking about again how the platform works, this point about the flexibility, we are flexible in terms of it, how it works for you, so you can study when you want, where you want, what device you want to use, and you can choose a plan that suits you. We've got the two basic plans, the student plan and the pro plan. But even in the student plan, there is enormous amount of
Mm.
content there, of different types of courses that you can study. And then of course, if you're in the pro plan, then you're going to have more options to do more actual speaking practice. I think that's the critical difference there. But we certainly hope that we provide the most important tools to help you learn and improve your English on our platform. I always say to people when I meet them, of course, you should expose yourself to as much English as you can wherever you are, especially if you don't live in an English speaking country. Watch the news, watch movies, read books, read anything in English. It will all help. But we do provide the basics, all the foundation for you on our platform.
Absolutely. And I think that sort of that routine, it comes back to that a bit, doesn't it? Because, you know, if you come to our live classes, then, you know, you've got that sort of commitment every week to coming along, joining the class. And I think that is a motivating factor for many people.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I think it's worth mentioning, talking about again, focusing what happens in the live classes. Why are they so different to the speaking practice groups?
So the live classes, there's different types of live classes. So we've got the live classes that align with the levels. So the idea there is that you watch independently, you study independently a lesson, and then you come to a live class that's based on that lesson, and it's an opportunity to revise, review, and ask any questions. So we practice what you've studied in that lesson. So you study the lesson independently, and then you come along, and it's that chance to activate that language. So there's speaking opportunities, there's writing in the chat opportunities, there's listening opportunities. But what we're trying to do is to activate the key grammar, activate the key words in that 30-minute session. So those are
Right.
the That's for the different levels. And again, I think it's that feeling of community. You're part of, for example, the B2 class. I'm the B2 teacher. You come along, you join with me, and you can ask me anything you don't understand. So maybe you've watched the lesson and you're thinking, I'm not quite sure about that. Well, this is the opportunity for you to say, Stephanie, can you explain in a bit more detail, or could you give us another example? So it's a really great way to consolidate what you've studied in that class.
Right. And I think we can show a little bit more about this on the next slide, can't we, Stephanie, on about the if we're focusing on this issue of the real time learning. And I
Okay.
mean, from my perspective, when I started this company, what I wanted to do was work with highly experienced, qualified, expert teachers. There are millions of English teachers out there, but to have the level of qualification, the level of experience, and the passion that our teachers have, I think, really makes it different, and that's what Perfectly Spoken is about.
Absolutely. It's about the people. That's the teachers and you as the students. So as David said, as the teacher, you're teaching a level and then you're providing live classes based on that level. So you do have that sense of following the course along with your teacher. Um, it helps build confidence because you're activating the language. So you're not learning in isolation. You're studying at a pace that suits you, but then you're coming along to the class and it's your opportunity to, if you want to, but you don't have to, put your hand up to answer a question, for example, to give your opinion on something, for example. So it really is building confidence. And of course, it's a great way for us as teachers to give you feedback as well. We can help you with any errors that are in your English, if there's a word you're not sure about, if there's perhaps a different word that you could use. So we're giving you that kind of personal feedback. And I think that really is key in terms of improvement. I was
Agreed.
talking about the live level classes, but we do a lot of other live classes as well. For example, topic-based live classes on business, current business trends. We have vocabulary classes, we have grammar classes. So I really think there is something for everybody there. But the idea with the live class really is to sort of activate and be part of that learning community.
Yeah, and it's quite simple, isn't it, to join the classes? All you need to do is look at the schedule on which you will see in your account, and then you sign up for the live sessions if you're in the student plan, or the live sessions and the speaking practice groups if you are in the pro plan. So if you are on the pro plan, then you have a number, and it averages of 8 opportunities each month to attend a live speaking practice group. And I think that's fantastic value, actually, because they are small groups and you are with an expert teacher, and they certainly work well.
Exactly. So speaking groups slightly different to the live classes, as David mentioned, a much smaller number of students in these classes because the idea is, as the name suggests, it's speaking. So coming along to these classes, it's really that opportunity to speak in English, which so many of our students tell us is an opportunity that it's so difficult to find, to have an opportunity to practice. Even if perhaps you work in an English speaking environment, people aren't going to correct you. So you might be using English, but are you getting that feedback? Are you getting that correction? And what we hear from our students is that no, you're not, and that's what you want. So coming to the speaking groups is a fantastic way to be part of an international group. The classes are super international. And again, it's all like-minded people wanting to support each other and wanting to improve. So it's not intimidating, it's not scary. You go to a group that's at your level. And of course, these speaking groups are guided by myself and by my colleagues. We're professional, we're experts, so we know, we can clearly understand people's level. So you're not ever going to be in a situation where you don't understand something or you feel uncomfortable. We are here, our job is to encourage you and to provide you with that environment that you feel comfortable in speaking.
Indeed, indeed. We have one side question. Thank you for that, Stephanie. Is if we're planning to expand into other available and into other languages, and the short answer is potentially. I mean, at the moment, we still want. There is so much with English we want to do. We want to be able to offer, many more levels and opportunities for people to practice and offer different types of courses in English and to enable more different practice activities. There's lots and lots we can do there. But yes, that is something that certainly is potentially on the horizon. So just to really, by way of summary, um, here we've just put sort of four reasons that we think, that why you should join us at Perfectly Spoken. It is very easy to join us, and we certainly do deliver results. The number of students that we get who come and say thank you because they have improved their English, not necessarily because they want the certificate, but they know whether it's in their professional life or in their academic life, their English has improved, and that's the biggest result potentially for us. The second point is, again, is about the flexibility. It works with your life. You can fit it in. You can do it when and where you want. The third point, again, is yes, there are thousands of students from around the world that have been studying with us, that are studying with us and improving their English. Thank you to them, and thank you to our teachers for the work that they do. And as the fourth point there, yes, our teachers, they are the best, as I keep saying, and they are supported by the courses that we've created to enable them to do their job and to enable you to study effectively and make real progress. So what we would suggest, if you haven't got an account yet, then please just create your account now, and start learning with us. And if you've got any questions, then at any time, just write to us, write to hello at Perfectly Spoken, write to me personally if you want. It's David at perfectlyspoken.com, and we will always do our best to answer you. Stephanie.
Absolutely, yes. As David said, we're here to help you. That's what we want to do. That's what drives us. That's what this is all about. We're here to give you a positive learning experience, to help you in any way we can. And as David said, that extends outside the classroom experience as well, with our customer support team, with David. Everybody is very approachable, and we all have that single goal of helping you achieve your language learning goals. So it really is a huge team effort. And any questions, I've put the address up there. For any questions you would like to ask, please do feel free to drop us an email. David, I think there might be one other reason why it's a good time to join Perfectly Spoken. Am I correct?
Well, it might well be because, of course, as everybody knows, in 1 week time, we are at Black Friday. And, like every other company, I suspect in the world, we've got a reason. We've got a fifth reason, reason number five. We are offering, I think, incredible deals. We are already offering 50% off the yearly student plan. All you need to do is enter the coupon at checkout. So that makes that half price, which comes down to less than $5 a month. And we're offering 33% off the Pro Yearly plan. The Pro Yearly plan, the reason that is so much more expensive comparatively is because our teachers, you get lots of speaking practice opportunities with an expert teacher. You can have up to 8 sessions a month. So obviously that's a very, very good deal there. So if you would like to come and join us, if you don't join us, or even if you already are a student and you want to take advantage of this Black Friday deal, then please, if you have any questions, again, just write to us. But now is the best time of the whole year to take advantage of these deals. They are unique to Black Friday.
It's a fantastic time. I mean, I would say take the opportunity, grab it, seize it. I would be very happy to see new students in any of my speaking groups, any of my live classes. It's always fantastic to meet new students in these sessions. And what really love about it is how quickly everybody feels at home and part of the Perfectly Spoken community. It doesn't take long. Students are chatting to each other, and I think it's just such a wonderful, wonderful group to be part of. So I really would encourage anybody who's thinking about it, please come along, come and join us, take part, and I'm sure you will enjoy the experience as well as we said throughout this session, as well as see tangible results for your efforts.
Yeah. So if you're already a student, thank you so much and please carry on. And if you are new, then give us a try.
Yeah, of
It's,
course. We must say
it's
a big thank you to our existing students because,
absolutely
and lots of you saying not really lovely things in the comments. I'm reading through the comments and it's fantastic. So big thank you, of course, to all of you. And thank you for joining us for this session.
indeed. Thanks, everybody. And thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you, David. Thank you for having me. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.